Welcome to Ask Between the Keyframes on Motionographer.
What's up, everybody? We're here with another question, another episode, and a special guest. Erin's got a longtime friend and work collaborator, Lindsay McCulley, who we've got here today. Welcome, Lindsay.
Hello. Thank you for having me. So how are we going to get started then?
We got a question from Near Whiteman. If you would have to arrange a motion design meetup, how would you pick the speakers and the topics?
So the speakers and the topics. So first you want to define your focus. If you want to create a meetup and you want to learn something or hear someone stand up and talk, you have to kind of ask yourself, why? What do we want to learn? Do I know anybody that knows of a cool technique that we want to hear about? Do I know of a studio that's local? And do I, look up the studio and look up who works there? You'd be amazed how many people love to talk about themselves sometimes, right? And we even got Erin in that. Remember that last year?
We did a night, yeah.
Dude, that was awesome. Let's say you move to a city and you don't know anybody. You possibly just got out of college, right? Mm-hmm. You know your instructors, you know your colleagues, you know your students, and it doesn't take you, it's not too hard to get your foot in the door, whether you're a freelancer or, your first gig. You have coworkers now, talk to them, what do you want to learn about? Let's get together and have a few drinks and talk about it. And from there is when it's born. Yep. Is when the whole meetup concept is born. So again, it's all about the community. It's all about gaining those relationships, and that trust. And it's more like first define your focus and then define the kind of meetup, whether or not you want it to be in person at a studio, whether or not you want it at a bar, or whether or not it's virtual, because like we were saying, both are actually accepted now. And with virtual, you can cast a wider net and reach more people too. It doesn't even have to be local.
Well, I wonder, I think what might be helpful too is even to take a step back and say, well, what is a meetup? What is a motion design meetup?
What is a meetup? It's a place to network and to learn with like-minded people, like-minded individuals that all kind of share a same goal, and that is to be better designers, better motion designers. Does a meetup have to have a speaker? Absolutely not. It doesn't have to have a speaker with any kind of topic. That's only if there's something special that you want to learn about, or a way to draw people in. Because let's face it, not everybody wants to get together and just have a beer.
Well, it sounds like if somebody's looking to start something, start small. Start with a small group and let it grow organically.
Yeah, 100%.
That's key.
That's how it works.
And have it be part social and part themed and learning. So having a nice balance of both will be like an essential ingredient to success.
100%. So it's just all about making those connections and then making those events a reality.
Well, it's interesting. I think what's fascinating about this is in the work from home environment, you can perform your job really well at kind of whatever age or level you're at. But what you're missing out on from a career perspective is making all of these relationships, making memories after work.
Yeah.
And when this person moves on from this studio to that studio, and then that studio needs somebody, and that person from this, those are career opportunities.
It's a spider web.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's really important.
Well, one question I have too is I know that the pandemic sounds like it certainly augmented the meetups, and it sounds like you did some pivoting to the virtual space. But I'm wondering, are there digital tools that you all use to expand or extend the meetup? Is there like a Slack group, or I know you mentioned Facebook. I guess what are some of those other tools?
We turned away from Facebook because a lot of people were dropping it. And Slack is where it's at. And so I'd like to bring awareness to that, Chicago Women in Motion Design Slack group. If you want to be part of that, let us know and we'll add you.
Can I join, or is it women only?
Oh man, put me on the spot. No, it is ladies only.
I feel
no
so
boys
left
allowed.
out. Guess what? I'm not even in Chicago, but I'm going to
You know?
start the Chicago's men's
But
group.
oh my goodness, that men's group.
Yeah.
Just
That's
kidding.
so funny. It's because
I wouldn't do that.
we're huge. We are part of Chicago Motion Artist Group. We're advocates of that. They're our buddies, and we love them. And so we're on that as well. So
That's
yeah.
cool.
So
That's
we're all
So
together.
that's the like open to, so that one's open to
Oh, yeah.
all, but and then you've
We
got
the one for the
okay, cool,
ladies.
cool.
Yeah. I mean, there's so many times when a lot of ladies, you know, a lot of us, sometimes we have a question and maybe we don't want it to be broadcast to 300 of our closest MoGraph guys, you know. We want to talk to our closest 90 ladies that we have in our, you know. It's like, I don't know.
Our issues can be different,
They can.
you know, so to be able to talk to each other and bounce things around. Like, I know when I hosted the event, the questions I was getting were so amazing and enlightened. And I don't know that people would have felt comfortable asking them if it was, you know, 3 ladies and like 70 guys.
Mm-hmm. It's true. The dynamic changes.
Right.
When ladies and when men and women are together in one room, the dynamic is different. And the men will tell you that as well. You know.
Absolutely. No, I mean, as a longtime educator now, it's been again, coming from the white male affordances that I can take for granted. I try not to, but I'm aware I have them. And a lot of female students and minority students, and trying to just how to educate and help them, knowing that they're going to have challenges that I've never had, that just haven't been part of my experience. And so I'm always curious to hear, and it's great to know there are groups, kind of like in a sense, a support group for that.
There is. And I, you know, again, it's been very rewarding. And we also try to reach out to those, you know, like Black Girl Film School and other types of organizations that we can help kind of pull along, and it's been really cool to connect, to make all these connections.
I love that.
Yeah.
All right.
Awesome. Erin, you got anything else?
All right. No, I think we've talked the death out of
We've exhausted the topic.
Meetups. I mean, it's really important, especially in your younger years, and getting to know the community. And then, you know, as you age up, like that's a good way of utilizing your network and continuing to stay engaged, but maybe like on a whole other level.
Let's say a big thank you. You want to do a big thank you, Erin?
Thank you so much, Lindsay, for coming.
Thank you for having me. This
is
is fun and intimidating. And yeah, hi.
I've learned a lot.
Cool. We got to keep it going. We got to keep the momentum up.
Yeah.
Right on.
All right. Well,
networking, community, culture, momentum,
creativity,
and memes.
yeah.
Rock on.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Austin.
Bye.
Thank you.